Test.
Hello. We are live.
Number two.
This sounds so cool.
Hello. Welcome to
We
the
are
next
live.
radio station. Have you done these? How many podcasts have you done?
Oh, I've done one. This is my second one. Yes. Yeah, just.
Hello.
Is it one ear's not working or?
I think it works now, but then it doesn't work after. Let me try it again. Hello. Yeah, this one does not work.
Okay. Hey everyone, we are back with episode 3. Episode 3, can I say that? You know, like.
My mic's.
Oh no!
Oh yes, that's way better.
That's the volume of the headphones.
Pretty cool that we have a producer in the room.
You know what I mean? Hey guys, we're back again with the Kaiyen team with the Coffees Chats. We're here with Alec from House of Allegro. We're really happy to have you here with us. Give it a little introduction to people.
Yeah, so I'm Alec, founder of House of Allegro. I've been producing for probably about 12 years.
That's a very long time.
Started 2 years ago. I had a lot of tracks that just needed like singers on. I got my girlfriend at the time to sing over. I've just been constantly producing since then. But yeah, it was only when I started releasing that I was like, okay, now I want to make it work. I've got
That's
to
pretty
do it.
amazing.
It was so nice getting to know you before this, when we went to the Cafe C. That cafe, oh my days.
That cafe is really cool.
That's really nice.
Cafe Seek.
Definitely getting a matcha next time.
Yeah, please do.
They do it the proper way. When I tell you to do it the proper way, it's actually
Yeah.
Going back to you, Alec, I know that you talked about House of Allegro, but that's not the only thing you do, is it?
Drum roll. Sorry.
What else do you do?
So, we've got a project called Mix London Records. And, we are a record label. We can release music.
Amazing.
We've got all the distribution sorted out. Originally, it started as some label that I could release music on. And then as time went on, I wanted to sort of expand it and like actually make it something proper. And I thought the best way of like getting the name out there is running our own events. Something that I was thinking of doing for a while. I got like 3 other people involved that I thought would be like a really good fit to help push Mix London into the world.
Amazing,
And so I got these guys involved. We got this business plan together when we've got the first event going. I basically gave the idea to a guy called Lele who runs Synthesis Radio.
Shout out to Lele.
Shout out Lele. And I said, can we put on an event for Mix London? Lele then got us a venue that he was working with, a place called Jungler in Camden.
That's really amazing.
We had our first event planned there, which was going to be like a big party. And then as the time came closer towards it, we thought, well, no one really knows about us. And then also, I used to go to these like producer open sessions where you just go and play your music. And there's not many of them around London, and that one just recently stopped.
So you guys kind of like...
So what happened was I said to Lele, how about we put on some of these producer open deck sessions? So we did this. Yeah, we thought we'd try and do like a lot of these just to like get the name out there before our event. And we had quite a few people come to our first one, and it ended up being really good. And it's just a great way to bring all these producers together to start to play their music.
That is so amazing.
And so the producer open decks, that's something that we just keep going with every month, and it's like the one consistent thing that we have going.
So it's like loads of different producers just get to present their music, or is it kind of like remixes of other people's music, or what is that kind of like the setting like?
It's both. So original music. We also get like artists come down that sing, and
that's pretty
they
cool.
might just come in and play guitar and sing over it.
No way.
It's not all just open decks, but I think the people that have like come towards us have mainly been DJ producers that are like going.
Do you think like this producing is a collaborative thing, or do you feel as though it's more of a solo kind of thing? Because what you're saying, it just sounds like you guys all work together, and like all like kind of feed off of each other's like creativity and just allow that to flourish. Like, what would you say?
Yeah, definitely a collaborative thing. Like I
That's
said,
amazing.
when I first produced music, it was sort of just like producing it but not releasing it anywhere. Because it wasn't great, but also I was like, it's a bit like you've got to get a bit of vulnerability out there.
100%.
Put your music out there.
You gotta fail fast.
Yeah.
Like
But then
it.
as soon as you get someone else involved, suddenly it's like, okay, now we can like bounce ideas off of each other.
Two is better than
And when you
one.
put something out there, it's not as embarrassing.
Because you got that person to do that
Yeah.
sense check.
Yeah, but as soon as I started collaborating with other artists, it just made me like made
that's
me want to
amazing.
put more music out there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, even if it is just like for a portfolio for when I work
Yeah.
with other artists in the future. So.
I have another question.
Go on.
Because I love music, right? And I love, obviously, I think this is the first time where I actually speak to a producer like in this way. So it's like with like artists that sing, it's more based on lyrics, but it's like with producing, it's more based on like the sound and everything. Do you feel like you guys are pushing out a story through producing sound, if that makes sense? Like, do you
What a
ever
question.
sense a message through it?
I mean, this is the thing, like usually you just do what feels right at that moment. Create what you're creating.
Yeah.
And you're not really thinking about the story behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But in reality,
It is
you might have had a bad day or you might have had a great day. But then, so that's sort of channeled through the music.
Yeah.
So I guess there is kind of a story to every track that you create.
Okay.
But you might not realise it at the time of creating until
Yeah.
afterwards. And then you think, oh, actually, that I feel like that represents
I think
this
that's so
period that I
beautiful.
was going to do.
Yeah.
Because it's something that doesn't have language to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's its own language.
I mean, like a lot of the music that I'm making at the moment is stuff that's going to work on the dance floor. So I am just trying to think like positively.
It does
and, like,
sound
and
pretty cool.
Get some red on the dance
Pretty
floor
cool.
that is
vibes.
just going to work on in a DJ set.
Yeah.
But I think it was David Bowie who said that no artist really knows like what their story is before creating it. But I think it is different for lyricists. A lot of lyricists,
Yeah.
they will have that story. And a lot
Yeah.
of, I know some like poets.
Yeah.
People who write poems that are also like doing singing.
Yeah.
And I think they definitely have like really meaningful lyrics.
Yeah, I think because, at least for me, like when I listen to things without lyrics, I think everyone who listens to it understands or interprets their own message anyway.
What was your earliest memory of you being creative?
Earliest memory musically, it's probably I remember I had like an old Casio keyboard.
Mad.
It have like different banks on. It's not like it wasn't like a crazy expensive keyboard. It was
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
a very basic one, but you could get like 8 banks I think on it, and you know you just hit a couple of keys. I wasn't even. I'm not sure I even knew how to play then. I was just sort of
You just went
playing
down
around.
that curiosity. Let me
I
just
must be
try.
like 10 or 11, and then you just get that loop, and then you do the next loop and you play over it but with a different sound. And without
I think it
even
was already
knowing
in him.
anything
It was
about-
already in you.
Yeah, without even knowing anything about producing.
Yeah.
Technically, that is producing a track.
You're like always experimenting and just trying different things.
But
Yeah.
it was only when I was like, I think I was like 17 or something when I first actually got into a door. Before that, I think I must have been like 15, and we had Garage Band.
I remember Garage Band.
I don't know if you guys.
I know about
Yeah.
Garage.
It's so fun, but it's also really
Yeah.
easy. It's just like a game. So yeah, we used to just.
So you just
go out-
initially had
go
that
out at night-
interest.
Yeah, at night and like just play, like create like something basic, just me and my mates, and then do really bad raps over it.
I feel like everyone did bad
Yeah.
raps over music at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, but
Pretty
how
cool.
would you define then creativity? Because it seems like it's always been in your life. So what does it look like to you?
It's definitely just like a feeling, getting something across, and it's just having something of your own. You know, it's not. If you think about like what's happening right now with AI and stuff like that,
Yeah,
like,
jeez,
crazy.
man.
But I would never. I would never call that creativity, because all you're doing then is you're
Yeah.
selecting. You're selecting what's good, which, I mean, I suppose there's a very small element of creativity if you're putting in the prompt, I want this, this and this. So, yeah, but when you're actually putting in a lot of hard work and you have like the original idea and you work through different steps and then come up with different ideas as it goes along, and then you've got the final product. And that can work in anything. It doesn't need to be music.
Exactly.
It could be like creating an event, you know. You might have an idea for an event, and as time goes on it evolves and changes, and then when you get to the final product, then that's what you created. So yeah, you
It's
don't
like
need to be in the arts to
Yeah.
And just whilst I was talking about AI, I feel like what should be understood is that even though AI is getting more advanced, it still needs that human element, and that creativity aspect I think is something that gets lost with AI, and it's very good that you mentioned it, because I feel like that is something around us humans that I don't think can be replicated, because it's not something that is, like I said in previous podcasts, structured in a way that you can just put it into a system and be like, this is creativity, be creative. No, it's
or something that actually speaks to people or authentic. I think that's genuine human connection that creativity allows to flow through people. So I feel like AI, even though it can create something that looks excellent, it's not authentic. I wanted to ask, because I remember before, having coffee and stuff, you spoke about your career aside from like music. How does creativity also flow into that? Because you said how it kind of aligns with your engineering and just producing, how it kind of works hand in hand together. So just talk us through that. It would be
very good to hear about that.
Yeah, my work, what I can basically afford to do is it's like a very technical role, and it's like engineering, and there's a lot of like moving parts and stuff, and it's all in the computer, and if you think about it, it's very similar to the mixing and engineering side of making music, because that's the way I see it anyway.
The thing is, like, you was talking a lot about how you guys started up Mix London, and also how you started House of Allegro. So I wanted to understand, like, I know you always had this inkling to be doing music, but what kind of like confirmed that, okay, cool, I'm gonna go onto this path, I'm gonna try hard for this? Like, what was that moment for you?
For House of Allegro, it was just, I've seen other people blown up again, the charts, stuff like that. So I know it's definitely possible. But it is all about the journey at the end of the day. So I'm not like gonna be annoyed if I like can't make it or anything, because I've made so many connections and met so many great people along the way.
100%,
And with Mix London, being able to bring together all these producers, and we've got a lot of artists that are like sending us music, and we're giving them feedback and stuff like that. It's definitely been like a very rewarding part of my life. So even though we've only been going since April with this, and already we're like building up a bit of traction, but I know it is very possible to break through, and it's very possible to like get onto radio stations and stuff like this. But it's all about like refining your music, and refining whatever it is that you do. So for me, it has, like, the last 2 years when I've been releasing music, all I've been doing is just like refining that sound down to be better and better, even just like the quality of the sound. And so like the first releases that I did on Spotify, they're crap, but then people did like them, but like to me, I'm just like, what was I thinking? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? But then, like, as time went on and I started like improving and like listening to other people, like how they did stuff before, like it's definitely helped me. And also with Mix London, like there's so much inspiration from these other producers coming in, and people that have played in like Ministry of Sound, signed to like big record labels like Toolroom Records and stuff like that.
That's amazing. All coming from just starting out on your own, and it gives you kind of that confidence. Push more forward. And I think it's about getting feedback and putting yourself out there. And it might be a bit embarrassing at first, but once you take that first step,
I think that's a part of creativity.
It gets easier and easier.
What's a project or idea you worked on that made you feel the most creativity fulfilled? I know that you talked about House of Allegro production. Are these the only ones that made you feel creatively fulfilled, or are there other things that are going on?
Yeah, it's a good question. I really do just live for music, so it's like the only thing that I do all the time. It's quite sad, really, but I just love it.
I think that's so important.
I love being in the door and just like working on music, and perfect day out for me would be at the studio.
But I think that's what's amazing. Like, even what you were speaking about before, like you can tell that you really love your craft. Obviously, yes, people do blow up and people do find themselves on the right platform that people actually recognize your craft, but I don't think you're even doing it for that, like to be seen or anything. It's just, you're just doing what you love, and I feel like that's what brings people to your craft and to your projects.
I mean, I've made like a little bit of money off of music, but nothing like substantial. If you really love something, then you do it regardless of if you get paid or not.
100%.
You know, if you get money at the end of it, that's a huge bonus.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine making money off of music. That's just like something I do for fun.
Just to follow on from that, you know, there's times where it kind of gets difficult to be doing music and it gets difficult to be creative. How do you take yourself out those blocks?
Well, it's definitely a benefit that I know how to play keyboard, and it was only COVID that I actually started learning how to play real songs. But what I did, because I had so much time on my hands, I would just try and learn like the hardest song that I could find, and just like do like a step by step each day. Learn like 10 seconds of that song, and the first one that I learned was the Maple Leaf Rag. It's like a ridiculous song, but it's quite impressive to play that. And I thought I'll just try and like get through the whole song, and then I did, and I know that off by heart. And then I went on to the next song, and as time went on, I got pretty good. A bit crazy, and I started like going into like theory very heavily.
No way.
Because I deleted all my social media as well.
You went full caveman mode.
Yeah. I put myself into hiding. I was like living alone at the time as well, so I was just like full locked in, and ended up like building this app.
Crazy.
I can show you later.
Please do.
It's basically like a theory app, an app that would just generate random chords for you. Then you could just press a button, it will generate a random chord sequence, because everything's like done in progressions. And you can change the progression, change the note, look at different scales and different.
What's this app called?
It's called Music Progression Generator.
Okay, MPG.
Yeah, I need to get it back onto the Play Store, because it was on for a bit, but then I didn't update the privacy policy.
Yeah, okay.
But before that, I didn't know how to code or anything. I used a lot of.
It's just learning a lot through this.
Stuff like this.
Would you say working on stuff like an app puts you out of that block then?
Yeah, because that was very different to like producing music. That was like pure coding. What I was going to say was, when I'm like stuck trying to make music, I usually just jump on the keyboard and I either just play something that I already know, or I try and play a new song.
Okay.
And like learn a new song.
Oh, that's
because
cool.
Then within that time of like playing another song,
you've
like
already got inspired in some other way.
Is that kind of like a little riff and you're like,
wow, I like this.
Really use
Come
this
up
in
with
a song.
that.
And then you change the sound to something completely different. Play it in like bells.
That's an amazing answer.
And when you play that, you'd think this is bringing it into a whole new light, and then you put it into the door. It's not stealing.
It's not stealing, it's borrowing.
Still making
everyone knows that everyone borrows from someone, guys.
Even what's his name? The piano player from Pink Floyd. He got a lot of his like licks and riffs from old jazz songs.
Oh, I love jazz.
So.
Even when you look at rap is a lot of like old music that's got remixed. And they put it in like a hard beat or a hard snare, and then people just start rapping over it.
Do you believe that creativity can be taught, or is it something you're just inherently born with?
No, I think everybody has creativity in them. If you think about like what you had for breakfast this morning, right? That's you're sort of using a small part of creativity to think, what am I going to create? Am I going to try and find something? Am I just going to have a bowl of cereal? But like you can expand on that. So obviously, if you think about like being a chef, you're constantly pushing the boundaries of what to create. If you're just thinking about your breakfast, you could spend 5 hours on that breakfast, and that finished product at the end is a form of creativity to be applied to so many things. So I think everybody does have creativity. I don't think it needs to be taught. I think it just needs to be brought out of people.
Because I was thinking like, instead of it not being taught, maybe just it being taught that you actually have it. Do you know what I mean? Like, or making people realize that, no, you've got it as well.
Some people like to think, oh, this person is creative, this person isn't. It's like, well, this person's just putting more time into finding things that they might be good at. 100%. And I think everybody does have a bit of that in them. It's just whether you found it yet or not.
It's like what I say to a lot of people that are in the corporate scene, is that you are still creative, you know, regardless of like whether or not you're not doing the music or you're not being like a producer. You're still creative in everything that you do, and what you choose to wear, how you choose to present yourself at work. All these things just showcases that creativity. Definitely. And just like you're saying, like the difference is who spend times to actually find their creative outlet. You know, because I've been in a situation where I didn't even know what was my creative outlet until I actually spent time with myself and time with people to actually understand, okay, what do I actually like? What does actually excite me?
What am I good at without even trying?
It's very easy to be passive and just like take in information and see other people's creations, put the screen away, and just go out and do something for yourself. Try and like create something of your own. And it comes with failing. You've got it's trial and error. You've got to keep trying and failing, but until you fail, you don't really know how to improve. Because so many people are just too scared to take that first step. And I'm sure I was, 5 or 10 years ago, if I wanted to put music out, I was too scared in case it fails. But now it's like, just put it out. If it fails, it fails. If it fails, move on to the next one. Learn your mistakes.
And just to go along with that, I would just love to ask, in what ways has your creativity helped you grow as a person? Because we're mentioning failing fast and having that mindset to understand that, okay, you're going to fail, and it's good that you fail because it's good that you're going to learn and you can improve for the next time. What else has your creativity helped you with?
Well, confidence, I think. Being confident in what you do. Like for, musically, obviously, music is one thing. It comes with time, being confident in like what you've created and being able to promote it in the way that you want to. But also think about us being here right now. I wouldn't be here if I didn't put a bit of time into my music. And the same with meeting so many great artists and so many great people that are either in the music industry or the podcast and all sorts of different places. It has just built my confidence.
I love that. How do you protect your personal creative space when like life gets too hectic? How do you try and like protect that energy around you?
I would just take a step away. If I go into a studio, that's definitely gonna put me in my peaceful place. Turning the phone off.
Sometimes it's needed.
Turn that phone off so you can just like ground yourself. I feel like, especially now, like how we were talking about AI and just like a lot of things that aren't authentic, or like even just our generation, phone technology. It's actually nice to just take a step back, allow yourself to be inspired.
Take inspiration from everything around.
Everything,
Just to go on about like you and your friends with Mixed Up London, and even any other things that's coming along. Do you want to tell everyone any projects, any up and coming music, any up and coming things that they should watch out for?
We've got an event on New Year's Eve.
I love that.
Party with a good lineup, and then next year in February, date's not confirmed yet, but we've got our first official release from one of our Mixed London artists.
No way.
I think it's going to be a drum and bass night. Can't be certain, and I can't tell you the location yet.
But it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Stay
tuned. It's going to be a big party, and it's also around the same time as the artist's birthday. So
that's just beautiful.
It works out perfectly. And one thing on House of Allegro as well. I've got a single coming out on Boxing Day.
Ooh.
Hey, that's exciting.
I've got a few like smaller releases like leading up to that. It's all leading
like
to the final release of this project, which is called You Won't Dance. And You is already released. I haven't actually really promoted it that much because it's sort of a bit of a stealth release, if you could call it that. But You is part 1 and part 2, and it's got my girlfriend singing, Michelina.
I love that.
Shout out Michelina.
Yeah. Come on.
It's a bit of a moody sort of deep house track, or 2 tracks that sort of lead on from each other. And then the second release is called Won't. That is a very like electronica style. It's very, very weird and different to what I usually make. But I made it about 2 years ago, and it's been such a long time, like actually thinking like, how can I release this? Because it's so unusual to my usual sound.
Okay.
And then the final release, Boxing Day, it's called Dance. That is a big one. That is a big one. Piano house, very uplifting, and it's going to be played out on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I love that, man.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Also, on the subject of you releasing new things and stuff like that, what will be the biggest risk you want to take next year for 2026?
Big risk. I've got some big collaborations coming up.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd call that a risk, though. I think that's a bit of a privilege to be able to collaborate with.
To switch it for you and say, okay, what will be your biggest privilege?
Oh, there we go.
Well, I've got one collaboration with a guy called Brandon Markel Holmes.
Wow.
That is still being worked on. It's pretty much there. And this guy, he was in the Gorillaz album Humans.
Circle out, circle out, circle out, a circle of friends.
No way.
He's got his own feature on one of those tracks.
Yeah.
And then I've got a couple of Mars Faye songs coming up as well.
Shout out Mars, man.
Shout out Mars.
Yeah, real G shit.
And then for the Mix London side, we're definitely going to have a club night. So that's going to be, we're going to have to put a bit of money behind for that. So I think it costs to hire out big clubs.
Big venues like that, yeah.
Ministry of Sound, one of these places. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
I guarantee if you do rent those places out, just with the type of sound that you guys got, I can see there's going to be a following for that.
100%.
Even if the whole crowd is just producers, like we would do like a massive open decks there and everybody just jumps on.
My question to you is, if you could leave our listeners with just one message about creativity, what would it be? What would be your advice to them?
I would just say keep going. Whatever you're trying to be creative with, just keep going. Try and fail. It's a work in progress. It's always a work in progress.
Love that.
You can't just expect to be good straight away. 100%. Some people have like extreme talent or they get lucky, but the best thing is persistence. It might take you 10 years, might take you 20 years, but imagine how good you will be if you keep going at whatever it is you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Consistency equals success.
With your like work and then how much you're putting into music, how do you balance that?
Sacrifice, really.
Ooh,
I don't think that's
a good answer.
It's not a nice answer, but it depends on what you want in life. If you really, really want something, then you'll be willing to sacrifice your evenings.
That's really good.
And put time into it. And obviously not everyone has all the time in the world. But for example, this year I've taken 2 weeks of holiday where I've just purely worked on music.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
that is some real sacrifice.
I do love doing that. So it's not like it's not like I'm like, oh, why do I?
I'm just wasting stuff.
Yeah, that week has been like such a rewarding week. And
I love that.
Full on
sacrifice.
There's so like being in London, especially. There's so many opportunities and events that you could go to meet other people.
You can always find something for you in London.
Yeah,
literally.
Sometimes you need to take a week off and just like see what's out there outside of your day job.
What will be your word of the day?
Ambition.
Thank you so much, Alec. It's been amazing to have you on Coffee Chats with Kaiyen today. And
we love you.
We love you. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Yes.
All these new things that are coming out, we wish nothing but success with
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Bye.
Oh, is that a thumbs up?
Yeah, we did get a thumbs up.
We did. Oh, and it's not coming up.
That's gonna go into the edits. Don't worry.